Recording started.
Great. Well, I'm going to introduce my brother. This is Sean Ulbert.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
He is an instructional designer, and currently he is a supervising teacher at Insight Schools. It's an online virtual high school. He also teaches online English, music, and humanities classes for college level. So I'm going to let him introduce animation.
All right. So I'm going to go through the why animation can be useful as a teaching tool, and then a little bit after that, Tara's going to go over some of the easy ways on how you can implement it into your lessons. So from simply being seen on television and movies in the past, animation, especially with younger students, has recently become a common tool in the classroom teaching and learning. The book, Learning with Animation, notes that it can actually increase interest and motivation in learning. And a module brochure of BIA University College in Denmark entitled Animation as a Learning Tool further promotes the use of animation as a fun and effective tool to encourage learning among students. And what it said was using animation, and like I said, this study was geared towards children. Children develop skills and competencies of storytelling, visual communication, cognition, emotional, ethic, and aesthetic aspects, observation and sensitive aspects, concentration and problem solving, and innovative aspects. So with the development of more Web 2.0 tools recently, it's allowed animation to be produced much more easily and inexpensive than in the past years. Technology that has been used, the technology that's used to be so specialized has now become accessible and possible for teachers and students, even without intensive technical training to create their own animations. GoAnimate is one example of this, and Tara's going to be going over that in a little bit, and it's really user-friendly. So this is just some ideas for animation that you could use in your lessons. You could use animations for reminders, for an animated syllabus, for common questions, Q&A, explanations, solutions, equations, etc., for actual assignments and discussions. So there's a website called Box of Tricks, and on that website, the writer who's a teacher actually describes how he made use of GoAnimate as an assessment tool for his German language class, an alternative he used instead of asking his students to write a dialogue on paper or exercise books. So you can actually not only use animations to communicate information to your students, but to get them interested in something fun like animation, have them use animation to communicate that to you, which is fun for students. And on his website, he had a sample output by his 12-year-old pupil, and that's showcased on the web page. And this just goes on to talk about a little bit more of the similar assignments done by some other students. So young people, and I think students in general, are fascinated by animation, and they enjoy the opportunity to create their own. Moreover, the animation module brochure of the BIA University College claims that children in particular are said to learn best and most when they enjoy what they're doing. I think that goes with all students, though, any age. With these, the use of animation in teaching and learning appears to be more appropriate and effective in young students, though not to be labeled superior to static graphics or pictures, as mentioned in the article that I got this from. He further explains that animation as compared to static graphics can be more informative, closer to the characteristics of the subject matter, more explicit, and more explanatory and clear. So animation certainly provides a sure means to capture and maintain students' interest in the classroom, given that many people grew up watching animations on television and movies. However, the effectiveness of animation and other Web 2.0 tools in the classroom, teaching and learning, will always depend on the type of learning experience that the teacher designs for a class. So knowing what your students are interested in and the subject matter is always going to dictate when and where to use animation. And now, like I said, animations can easily be embedded to enhance your students' learning, and Tara's going to go on and show you some of those really easy and user-friendly tools right now.
Great. So everyone has, well, most everyone might have the sticker on the back of your name tag. And this label, one of the links goes to tinyurl.com/teachonline2011. It's going to take you to the site that we're going to go to view the tutorials. But we're not only going to watch them, I'm going to explain them. And so you can use this as a reference to go back to because, you know, I know you're being filled with all this exciting knowledge for the past, some of you, 3 days, you know, 2 days, for the people that didn't attend the pre-conference workshop. So if you have any questions, our contact information is on that as well, and we are more than happy to help in any way and provide resources that we're using in our classrooms and have found successful. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Remote control requested. Oh, someone would like to control. Okay. All right. Okay. So here is what the tinyurl will take you to. And so for those of you that don't know tinyurl, it's a free tool that you can take this long URL. So for example, we use a free Google site. And anyone with a Google account, which is free, can get a Google site. So you can make your own website and just use the tinyurl, maybe / your last name. And you can direct people to there, and so it can be easy, because this is a really long URL that you can easily misspell. So these are all captioned in Camtasia, and so it's accessible. If you would like to use this as an assessment in your classroom, you can actually give your students this URL so that they can then view it and find the directions. I've made it broad enough so that they can use it, and so you won't have to worry about compliance with accessibility. So I'm going to go ahead and this is creating animation using YouTube and Go Animate. So as long as you can type and have a Google account, we're going to show you how to create that. And so while that's loading, I will head over here. And so to explain how Camtasia works, you're going to be seeing what we see on our desktop. And so you may have seen it in other presentations. Ready to learn how to create animation using Go Animate and YouTube? Go to youtube.com, click Create Account. If you do not have a Google or YouTube account, for those of you that already have a free Google and or YouTube account, then go to iTunes. Take your YouTube account first and click Write In. Click Upload. Enter Create Your Own animation. Click Try Now. Select either the extra normal movie maker or Go Animate and click Create Video. For this example, click on Go Animate. We're going to click Create Video. It may ask you to click Start Animating. Let's start with the main basics for this tutorial and click Save the Video. The screen has described what we're about to do using Talking Text. The below pictures have been genetically altered to allow for dates viral, dates beachy, dates LMA, Michelle, select the talking picture, type in your crazy dialogue, watch the picture animate. Let's click Get Started. Now we can choose a template by clicking around with the right and left arrows. I'm going to select Fast Food Love. Click Next. Go Animate allows us to add as many as 10 dialogue lines for free. Each dialogue line allows us to input 180 characters. You can upgrade to Go Plus to add up to 20 lines. Let's stick with what's free and we can add up to 10 dialogue lines. I'm going to type in a conversation So this is great. It's free. I love it. And you'll see within minutes. And then you can then save this script so that you can provide it to your students if they don't want to watch your cartoon or if they don't have the bandwidth. But it's pretty, you know, you can make it so that the quality of it is low so that the bandwidth will be okay.
Tina wants to know if you can put in photos and sequence them with captions too.
If you wanted to extract the YouTube, then you could do that, but for the free version of Go Animate, you can't add any photos, but you can add the captioning with the free tool called Overstream, and we can go over that at the end. Overstream is amazing. Overstream.net, another free tool that we can make our animation and anything that we find on YouTube accessible. So, sorry, I'll continue playing this and we'll go over that. That's a great question, Peter.
And it only takes a couple minutes. It's really great. And so here is where you can add any details you want to this, but I kept it generic.
Looks like it froze. It looks like you can hear, but you can't see. Here we go. Sorry. Technical difficulties, so now we'll continue playing. The audio didn't work well on this one, so I can show you that after. So we don't waste too much time. We'll go on to the next thing. So Go Animate is my favorite because it's 100% free as long as you just do 10 lines, 160 characters, which is plenty. If you do more than that, our students are going to get bored. So the next one, yes, we will have the resource link is the tinyurl.com/teachonline 2011. So the next one that we're going to show is extra normal. And while this is loading, I love extra normal. It's about 84 cents to create a cartoon. But once you have it done, and maybe you do like 5 of them in your online class, you can make it generic enough to use every semester. Creating animation using extra normal on YouTube. Go to youtube.com. Click Create Account if you do not have a Google or YouTube account. For those of you that already have a free Google and or YouTube account, please go to Sign In. Click Upload.
Under Create Your Own Animations, click Try Now. Select either Extra Normal or Go Animate. For this example, let's select Extra Normal. It may ask you to authorize this application. If so, click Authorize. We are now viewing the screen that allows us to explore their movie theme collection. We are now going to select a theme and select either 1 or 2 characters. I like 3, so let's stick with celeb, 1 actor. Begin by choosing the 1, set, 2, actors, 3, sounds and music, and 4, typing what you'd like your actors to say. You can make changes as often as you like and create a preview before you create your final movie. I'm going to select the free location under Set. I'm going to now select a free actor under Actors. Under Sounds, I'm going to keep No Selection selected. Now under Story, I will type what I would like my actor to say. I can add motions, point, faces, look at, pauses, and sounds. I will select faces to show you how simple this is. Let's drag the faces icon where I'd like my actor to make a face. I'm going to select Joy. At the top of the page, it will tell you how many XP you have. XP stands for Extra Normal Points. You can purchase 1,200 points for $10. This animation we are creating now will cost us 100 XP. This means that this animation will cost about 84 cents. If we make it generic enough to use in our classroom each semester, it will be well worth the investment to excite our students. I'm going to select Publish. We are now asked to enter a title, description, and tag. We'll leave the private box unchecked so our students can watch our movies with ease. Now, let's click Publish. It will now ask you to check out to confirm your published movie purchase. Click Check Out. The window will now say, your movie is being created by our team of tiny magical rendering robots. Please be patient. Deep in the bowels of the interweb, our ingenious little mechanical folks are frantically rushing around, posing characters, teasing pixels, photographing each frame, converting the result into a YouTube movie, and uploading it just for you. You may close this window if you choose. You will receive an email when your movie is ready. When your video is ready, it will now say, your movie is ready. Click below to view it on YouTube. Click Go to Movie.
Hello everyone. Great to have you here at our online teaching conference presentation on animating an online classroom release. I know you all have what it takes to jazz up your online classroom to help increase your student retention and satisfaction. Let's have fun.
To share this video, we can scroll down to Share. click it. We are now given the option to copy and paste the link directly to the video. Get an embed code, email the video directly from YouTube, post on Facebook, Twitter, Buzz, MySpace, Tumblr, Blogger, and so on. You have now successfully created your first extra normal animation. Let's create some excitement.
So that was extra normal, and I love it because you can do, you can get creative, you can move the guy around, but I just wanted to stay simple for the introduction. But so like you can do look-ats as it showed, so you can have it like, looking to the left, looking to the right, looking at you, pointing at you. You can have it walking around. You can have fun with it by just dragging whatever you want to, so like at the end of the second sentence, you could drag that icon to the end of the second sentence, and then it'll ask you, where do you want it to look at? And you can say, look behind, and so, or, and then you can have it do, funny things. So you can really get creative with this. I just wanted to stay simple and just do one thing of having him show joy in his face in the beginning. And then you can change the sounds. Yes.
Are all of these tools all Flash?
They all publish automatically to YouTube, but they have those YouTube rippers that you can extract them, and then you can then make it an MPEG or a move, however you want to edit it.
It's on my iPad, like a lot of tasks.
Yes.
Like, nope.
You should be able to. Yeah.
iPads do have the YouTube app, though, where you can view the videos on your YouTube app.
Yeah, look at that. I'm curious. I just do it on my PC.
Right, you probably have to create it on your personal computer.
Do a YouTube download, though. Downloader, there are a lot of programs that you can use to download YouTube and put it in AVI or MOV or...
Right, yeah.
That's great. For those of you that, the microphone's over here, the audience is asking about Flash, and so there's different extractors and things that you can do, the downloaders. So those are great things if you wanted to do more with it, and say you wanted to chop it up and add animation without having to use a tool like Overstream that we'll talk about after. If you wanted to pop it into Camtasia and build the captions within the movie, you can do that. But I just wanted to stay simple because I don't want to overwhelm everybody. And this is our intro to animation. And if you guys need further assistance, we're here.
Can you get him to sound a little more, have more inflection or why?
Yes, and the question was, can you get him to sound less robotic? And there are different voices that you can use, but the more you ask it to do, the higher the XP they ask for. But it doesn't get bad, if you really add some really cool motions and look-ats and everything, you won't spend more than like $2. But if you think about it, if you have like a 8-week class and you use one animation a week, then it's well worth the investment. We all spend a lot on our teaching materials from our own pockets. So creating this excitement, it creates less work for us in the long run because we're exciting our students, which means less dropouts and less like frustration on our students. We're really exciting them and showing them that we can get creative and that we have a fun side to our teaching as well. We're not dry. So those are great questions. And then I also wanted to show Voki, which is another free thing, and this is great just for a quick announcement. So I'll show this really quick. It's great to see you in here, Lisa. Lisa was in my session yesterday. Lisa is in our audience in Illuminate. She is the director of the program for online teaching at Miracosta. And I see her helping me with posting some links in there. So here's Voki, and it's free for educators. We love free.
Yeah.
Creating a speaking avatar with Voki, go to Voki.com. Educators are able to create Voki for free. Voki for Education allows us to motivate students to participate, improve message comprehension, introduce technology in the classroom, explore Voki as an effective language tool, inspire and get inspired by their teachers. For those who have not registered with Voki, click Register above. For those that are already registered, we will type our email and password and click Login. Now we can select Create a new Voki. Here we can select a character from one of many styles, classic, animals, oddballs, and more. We can change the look, clothing, and accessories. Add your own voice via phone, microphone, text-to-speech, or upload files. Choose a background from our library, or upload your own. I'm going to go ahead and select my character style and customize the look and background.
They even have like old presidents and actors, really cool stuff.
Are you using Gene to capture this?
Gene is the free tool, but I'm actually using Camtasia because it's more than, a lot of them are more than 5 minutes. But Gene is a free tool, and we can talk about that after as well. That's a great question. They're owned by the same company, TechSmith.com.
Now I'm going to give it a voice. I can either call into Voki's number to record my own voice, type in the text for the Voki to speak, use my microphone on the computer, or select an audio file already on my computer. For this example, I will use the text option. I will type a quick message and select a voice and click Done. And so when finished, we can click Publish, email to a friend, or get code to take your Voki avatar anywhere. Now we will give it a title and click Save. Now it will let us know the scene has been saved. Click Close. We'll be taken to a page where we can select the size of the Voki player, your embedding, into our site. We can also give the option to paste to other sites. For this example, I would just like to get standard Voki link by selecting the drop-down menu on Get Your Voki Link here. I will select standard Voki link and copy and paste this link into email messages to my students, as well as post in my weekly announcement. You have now successfully created a Voki. Remember to provide a script for all learners to make it accessible.
Voki is a great way to respond to you.
So Voki is awesome because it does allow us to use our own voice with a character. I like to use the baby. They have a really cute baby. And so you can call in. A lot of us, our microphones, we don't even know where they are, or they're not working well. And they'll give you a phone number to call, and then it'll say, recording starting in, 1, 2, 3 seconds. And then you can redo it, and then it'll send it from the phone to what you're working on. So it's really cool because you don't have to really have super tech skills. As long as you have a phone and you can click and choose what you want to show, it's really fun, and you can get creative, and then your students will be like, oh my gosh, that's so funny, like they chose a baby or a dragon, or you can they even have like Obama and Bush and like singers, yeah, like So it's really funny, and so you can get comedic, and if those of you are history teachers or maybe communications teachers, that's really fun to use characters that are maybe saying something about your lecture, like Sean had mentioned. And earlier, I'm not sure if those of you saw the panel discussion.
Is there a limitation? How long can you make a focus?
Oh,
1 minute.
1 minute. That's great. Thanks, Blaine. Blaine, we had a question on the length of the Voki, and so there's a 1 minute limit. Thank you for knowing that. I've only done like spurts, like little announcements like, hey, you can get extra credit, or there's only 2 more days to turn in your work. So things like that you can really excite them. And then you can pop it into an email and post it into your announcements. And then Michelle PD, Brock mentioned, we call her Michelle PD. She mentioned earlier about using YouTube and just recording directly from your webcam, and so that's there as well. It's not animation, so we don't have to touch on it, but it's at this link. And then Sean and I have put together these resources on uploading PowerPoints to Google Docs and installing clippings. That's another resource that we love. It's basically creating, things that you are typing all the time, and it goes over how to, create that into your own clipboard. It'll remember it if you just give it shortcut keys like Control, E is yes, you can get extra credit. You can assign things like that, and it's very easy. So we've put that together here. And then our campus rubrics. If you want to watch those, we're always putting together our tutorials, so we love helping other teachers and schools to do that. And then Sean's going to touch on Jing. That was a great question earlier. TechSmith creates Camtasia, which is how we created those tutorials. And then Jing is the free version, so Sean can touch on that.
Right, yeah, so Jing, basically, all the videos you saw, you could create a video just like this for your students or to share things with other teachers with Jing, J-I-N-Y, J-I-N-G. And I'm not sure the website. I think if you just Google Jing downloads, you can find that. Jing Project? Okay. So jingproject.com, you can download it, and it's great because you can record. Most computers nowadays have the mic built in right on your computer there, so you can basically just move around the screen, and that's really helpful for online classes because sometimes it's really difficult to type or put into words where you're trying to send a student. If there's a specific area where you need a student to go. So jingprojects.com, you can make your own videos like this. It's free. The video has to be under 5 minutes, though. That's why we were using Camtasia, because it lets you go over that. So you would have to pay a little bit of money if you wanted to make videos longer than that. But in my experience, over 5 minutes, you'll probably start losing their attention span anyways. Yes? Oh, really? Huh. Oh, I was talking about Camtasia, purchase this program, yeah.
I still bought it, so really worked well for me. All that.
Nice. Oh, and that's a lot easier because the free version you have to download it into a QuickTime file, and then so you would have to upload it onto YouTube or something like that to make it easy for students to view quickly. So I guess with Jing Pro, they'll give you an embed code, and you can just slap it on whatever HTML page you want. Right, yeah, that too. So that's Jing. If you guys want to make videos like this. Yes?
Is this, does it make a video or does it make a flash? Does it play on?
I believe it creates a QuickTime movie file, and then you can do what you wish with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll give you an option, MPEG-4, or Anna told me it even makes an SWF or file that's Flash, but we like our MPEG and move. So, thank you. Yeah. MP4. Lisa is awesome. She's in here. She's been giving, if you want to refer back to our presentation, she's been giving great links in the chat box. And for those of you that watch the recording or are in here, you can, what's great about CCC Confer, which is Illuminate, which is Blackboard Collaborate, you can do file and then save, and then you can save whatever's going on in the chat room and in the whiteboard. We didn't use the whiteboard. We used what we're calling application sharing, and things might change because Blackboard Collaborate 11 is coming out. So we can use this time to answer questions. We can go over, you know, maybe some of you have used animation and want to share your thoughts, or maybe you have some concerns or anything that you,
We're going to talk about overstream.com.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Overstream.com. Great. So this is the link that's at the bottom. And so if you go to overstream.net, sorry. I always say .com too, so I guess that's why I put the link there. Overstream.net is a free tool. So say you found this awesome YouTube and it doesn't have closed captioning. We have to make all of our videos accessible, even if we think that we don't have any disabled students in our class. The research has found that many disabled students take online classes because they don't have that identity of, you know, I'm disabled and everyone has to know. And sometimes they don't tell the teachers, and the Disabled Student Services isn't going to notify. It's the student's responsibility to notify the teacher. And so it's very important that we make everything accessible for every student. And so if we find something on our subject that we want to share, if we're going to use it semester after semester, we need to make sure that it's accessible with closed captioning. And overstream.com is great. If you don't want to take the time to caption something yourself, you can use YouTube and do, like, I teach sociology. I would do sociology, CC. Sean teaches English, you know, so maybe he wants to do creative writing, CC. And everything that's already closed caption on YouTube will come up. And so that will save you time, and then it's accessible, and you don't have to worry about, you know, making a learner feel like they're not part of it. And so overstream.com takes, you just take a YouTube that isn't closed captioned, you take that link, you pop it into overstream.com, which is free. It'll ask you to create an account, and then you can pop that in there, and then this is the manual part. You'll have to type what you're hearing, but it's just one time, and then I'll show you how I've done that in a class. Oops. So, instructional.com. I wanted to make things accessible for my students, and I found a great YouTube that I didn't want to recreate the wheel. Canvas is a free open learning management system. Oops, if I can get in here. And so I took a video about Canvas and I captioned it. And sometimes it's not perfect, so you know, there's always room for improvement. I'm fixing that. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go over here to the modules. If any of you have questions, you can, yes?
So you're typing what you're hearing. So your video is playing and you're typing in your laptop into this software what you're hearing?
Yes.
Mistakes and all?
Yeah, anything you're hearing for your students, it needs to be captioned. So the best way to find captioned videos is to use overstream.net's search engine. I've already captioned things that people have captioned, but if it's something very unique that isn't captioned,
Does overstream capture things like the reverse slamming people while we can see the background?
you don't have to caption that, but you can. The people that can't hear it will want to.
It's manual entering. You enter what's being captioned. But you could write that if you wanted.
Okay. So, see, I've embedded, thank you, Blaine and Sean. I've embedded an overstream into my course. Oh, sorry, it was this previous one. And so this is how you can embed your animation and your YouTubes and your overstream by putting it directly into the course. Because there's the multi-click phenomenon that if a student has to click more than 3 times, you might lose them. So keeping them in the learning management system is essential. So those captions are added. If you go to YouTube, you won't find those captions. We have to do an overstream.
Take them a minute to do that.
One result.
Catch up with the captioning, but he's been doing that. He's been playing videos.
Should we? So that's an example of how to use closed caption, and Blaine reminded us that we have an awesome closed captioner here. Thank you for being here. Most of the time, oh, okay, great. See, the closed captioner is here and typing everything that I'm saying. So we're making it accessible for everyone that's participating. So it's really important. And it's great for those people that maybe they're in a meeting or they're at the hospital or something and they can't have the sound and earbuds bug them. So, then they can still participate and listen. So that's why captioning is important. Oh, sorry. The closed captioning that you're seeing right here, this is part of our CCC Confer. And this is a great tool for all of you community college instructors and staff. We can use this for free. We go in and create an account, and Blaine is here, and he makes it all happen. And and so, if you want to have a meeting with your department, you can have it on CCC Confer for free. And you don't have to request a closed captioner if it's a meeting with, just amongst yourself. But if you're having a orientation for your students, you can use this for free, and it's closed captioned. So it's great. Any questions?
I just wanted to point out, and we didn't quite get it because the captioner was captioning, but when the video was playing, the captioner, when you can't make out what's going on, you see, puts in brackets, video is playing, or inaudible, or something along those lines, so that if you're trying to figure out what's going on and you can't hear it, the captioner is just trying to bring you into that situation.
Great. Does anyone have any questions? I don't want to make this super boring about animation, and I don't want to make it too in-depth to scare you, because I want everyone to try it. And then we have, if you want to contact us, we have, for those of you that are online, it's at the tiny URL, and then Sean and I have our cards up here, and we love sharing what we're doing online. And for those of you that are online, Marty is using an app. It's a lighter app, and we used it. Mike Lawrence is the head of Q, the Computer Using Educators group, and we watched him play at the pub the other day, him and his band, and it's awesome. They're a group of educators, and so we were all techies, and and we used the lighter app, so it was fun and safe. So thank you. And Sean, do you have anything to add?
No, unless any other questions about anything that you guys saw today?
we are more than happy to create more tutorials, talk with you more, and that this site will be up, and we have our emails on there. And so we're always excited and passionate about doing this, because when I was 14, I broke my neck, and my brother saw how that impacted my life. And so we're very passionate about online education. My mom is a retired teacher. We all teach online now. And without online education, I wouldn't be here, and I'd probably be a high school dropout. So I'm very happy to have had the opportunity to take classes online, and it's because of educators like you that can make a difference and reach out to us through the computer monitor. Thank you.
Online is thanking you as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.